Social Zoom Factor, episode 252.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Are you a small business owner, entrepreneur, or work on a corporate team and tired of wasting money on social media training courses that are nothing more than random videos thrown up on a wall like webinar spaghetti? Finally, there's a solution to get you on the fast track to social media business success and help you learn how to generate brand awareness, leads, and sales without breaking the bank. Visit socialprofitfactor.com and use coupon code ZOOM. Again, that's socialprofitfactor.com, coupon code ZOOM. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, today I'm going to give you a little bit of tough love. And as we all know, the social digital web has become really noisy, right? When's the last time you logged onto Facebook and you had a lack of information, a lack of videos to view, a lack of posts to respond to? When's the last time you went on YouTube and couldn't find anything informational or helpful for your life or business to watch and learn? When's the last time you went on Instagram and was not inspired or, laughing at some videos that are being automatically pushed to you that just seem to really resonate? When's the last time you went to LinkedIn? Those of you that use LinkedIn, it's amazing. And if you're not, you should get over there. But when's the last time you went to LinkedIn and was not inspired, was not pulled into a conversation or found some really helpful content? You're not having these problems because there's not a lack of information out there. And so if you are one of those people like me who is so hungry to learn, to absorb information and understand what's happening in this amazing digital ecosystem that we live and work in, then all of this content is getting pushed to you, right? People of all walks of life, shapes and sizes, experiences, whether they are validated, justified, or not, have advice that they want to give you. And my best memory of I think to articulate this to you is I have two sons that are now in high school. Boy, how time flies. And I remember when my oldest son, who's now a senior in high school, when he first started to get on the internet, and we were driving on the way to elementary school, and he told me something and in regard to the web, right? And it's something he had found on the internet, and he was trying to sell me on the fact that this data fact was true. And I think he was probably no more than 6 years old or 5 or 6. And he looked at me in the car, and I'll never forget. And he was like, "Mom, but it was on the internet." And so that was the moment him and I had a really great conversation about the internet. And from that day forward, he understood we can't believe everything that we read. So as adults, we know that. We know that anybody can go publish a blog. You can go create videos. You could do a podcast like this. I could be, if I wanted to, I could just lie to you about a whole bunch of stuff. I've never done that, and I won't ever do that. I could, anybody can go do videos and act like they know what they're talking about and tell you what to go do. And here's the thing. Even though we're adults and we know everything on the internet is not true, why are there so many marketers that are educated that have a lot of experience in business? They are believing everything that they're being told to do. It's almost like there are these puppies that, it's like Facebook puts a bone out there and says, "Come follow this bone. And you need to do this. You have to get engagement so that people will see your content on Facebook." And so we have these brands, and we do a lot of consulting with brands of all sizes, from solo entrepreneurs up to Fortune 10 brands. We do audit strategies. We look at their plans. We help them develop their plans. We do a social media training academy. So, we've helped hundreds of businesses, thousands of students, and I see this regardless of the size. So Facebook says you need to really focus on engagement. And so even if they have an industry where they know their target audience is not really hanging out on Facebook and engaging, they may be hanging out on Facebook, but they're not engaging in public content. That marketer and that brand is still doing what Facebook tells them to do, because Facebook told them to do that. Or there may be somebody that they follow that is a leader in their industry or in their niche or, in the social ecosystem, who knows a lot about whatever platform it is they're trying to learn. And somebody tells them they need to go implement a specific tactic. Okay. And if you listen to the most recent episode before this, 251, then we talked about the difference between strategy, planning, and tactics. And so a tactic would be a random act of marketing unless it's part of a larger plan. So if some guru is telling them, you need to go do Facebook Live or you're going to die, your business is going to be dead in the next 6 months, a lot of marketers are going and doing Facebook Live just because they're being told to do that. But they're doing that before they have a strategy, before they know why they're doing it, before they have a framework of what they're doing, before they know if their audience is even going to engage with that content or like that content or listen to that content or watch that content. They don't have a plan for it, and they just jump straight to the tactics. So what do you think success looks like at the end of that? Do they know whether they're successful? Nope. Do they know how to even measure success? Nope. Because it was a random act of marketing. And remember what the key identifiers are for random act of marketing? If you've been following this podcast or me at all, number 1, it's not in the plan. Number 2, it's not funded. Number 3, it's not integrated with other things you're doing. And number 4, you have no metrics for success. So how can you expect something to be successful if you don't have any of the above? Right? You don't have it in a plan. It's not part of your strategy. It's not integrated. It's not funded, and you have no metrics for success. Yet, so many of you are still listening and watching and reading content from social media gurus, and you're implementing it. Okay, I have no problem with that. Implement it as long as you're building your own plan and it fits into your strategy and it aligns to your business goals. It should be a part of what you're doing. So my lesson and tough love for you today is to stop listening to the social media gurus at a tactic level. You need to stop listening to all these random things they're telling you to do. You don't need to jump when they say jump on live video or jump on an Instagram story feature or jump on a filter or jump on a poll or jump on, something on LinkedIn unless it's part of your strategy and plan. Okay. Yes, sometimes you may need to go test some of these things because you have data or you have this gut feeling. You're like, my audience is going to love this. If you know your customers, you often know whether your audience, your ideal customer is going to like that feature, that technology, that platform, that new shiny thing or not. Okay. If you don't know your customer, you don't know your audience, like I always talk about, you're likely one of those people that's more struggling as to what you need to focus on. And that's why you're following these quote unquote gurus. That's why you're following the random blog posts and the random podcasts. Even the podcast that you listen to from me, Social Zoom Factor, it should be part of your strategy. I hope that it's guiding you to develop your own strategy and plan. I hope that it's helping you create your goals, right? I don't want you to only be implementing random acts of social and digital and branding and technology because I tell you to do in a podcast, right? Just because I have a specific podcast about a specific technology doesn't mean I want you to do that unless it's part of your overall strategy and plan. And that tactic needs to fit in there. So as you are, looking to the new year and you're finishing up the current year, wherever you are when you're listening to this, or maybe you've already kicked off a new year, I want you to really take a look and really take a new perspective in how you look at your planning cycles and how you are looking at the information that's being pushed to you every day on these social platforms, right? And the videos and the blog posts and, audio and podcasts and text, whatever it may be, webinars. You need to filter that information. And I'm not saying don't listen to it, but you need to be careful in how you're implementing it because one piece of information does not equal your strategy for the year, right? It is a tactic. And so a lot of times you're likely getting caught up in the exciting factor, the excite factor of these social shiny objects. And maybe you want to be first to market on this or whatever. Be very careful in falling to that. I have seen so many companies that have come to us and said, oh my goodness, I wish we would not have chased that social shiny object. We should have first learned our audience. We should have known exactly what they need from us. We should have set those goals. We thought we were being able to succeed faster if we just went straight to the tactics. We needed to skip the planning. You need to slow down to speed up. Okay. You need to take that time. You're better off taking the next 30 to 60 days on building a rock solid plan where you know exactly what you're doing on the social and digital ecosystem, how you are going to be providing value to your audience, how you are going to be aligning everything you're doing to the needs of your audience and your dream customers, how you're going to serve your current customers, how you're going to use these things to, increase customer satisfaction, build brand awareness, whatever your goals may be, improve those sales cycles, educate your customers better. You need to know how and why you're doing those things before you start implementing those tactics. And although you may feel like you're going to get to market faster by just going straight to the tactics, in the end, you're not going to win faster. Your competition that takes time to slow down to speed up is who is going to beat your behind. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon, right? You're not just in this for the next 3 months. You're in this for the long term. And don't say, well, Pam, if I don't, pay the rent in the next 3 months, I will be out of business. Yeah, you will. And I'll tell you, you're not going to just pay the rent with random acts of marketing. You're not going to keep the lights on with random acts of marketing. And you really need to think about the power of impact. How can you focus on the most impactful things that you know for a fact are going to help move your business forward? How are you going to connect with your audience in a real way? How are you going to serve them value in a real way? How are you going to have measurable results that really align back to the needs of your audience as quickly as you can? Yes, I want you to execute quickly. Yes, I want you to do things that can have short-term impact where possible. But your plan needs to be looking further than the next week or the next month. So there you go. There's some tough love. Do not listen to every guru that you are hearing from. Do not take, the tactic that they're preaching to you as your plan. A tactic does not equal a plan. So if you want more help in this area, please go check out our Social Profit Factor Training Academy. That is exactly what we do. We help you build out that plan for execution. You will have your plan within 30 to 60 days max. Okay. If you get focused, you'll have laser focused plan even quicker than that. Would love to see you in our academy. It's also supported with a community to support you. I'm there personally to answer your questions. So I wish you the greatest of success. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to zoom your business and zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.